My name is Gabor. I'm in sunny Florida with George Ross. I'm a brand builder, and George is the author of two best-selling books, and also he was on the Apprentice judge. And I'm just sitting here with him in sunny Florida, and I would like to ask you a question.
Go right ahead.
How important is to have a brand, and how you build a successful brand? You build brands, and who else should I ask this question if not George Ross?
Well, building a brand is a question of, yes, finding out what the brand is. Everybody's got a brand, whether it's how they do business, whether it's personal, whether it's a product. And it's very important to build it because you have to be known for something that somebody would want to deal with you. So, is it advertising? Is it internet? Is it whatever is required to get your name and what you do as a person out to the general public in the world. It's critical, it's very important, and anybody who doesn't focus on that is just doomed to mediocrity. They will never be overly successful, whereas they could be successful if they convinced other people why they should be dealing with it, and that's brand.
Yeah, and Mike, you don't know, but George was with Donald Trump for 47 years. He'd been his right-hand man. So you helped him to be a billionaire, and this is an amazing thing as his attorney. So what's your...
No, also that is to go through, I helped him build his brand. In other words, he had a brand which I don't know that he ever started out with an intention of building that brand, but it developed that he had the brand for being aggressive, doing the unusual, and later on his brand became luxury. So that he would, anything that had the Trump name on it was special, luxury, and that effectively is prestige. So if you had bought the Trump brand, it's like buying a Rolls Royce if you bought a car. And above that, and they made that, so he made his product better and he got more money for it, and that became his brand as something, he's something special. And as a businessman, something special. As a brand to do the unusual. That's how he got on The Apprentice, he was something unusual. And that was his brand, and I think everybody basically should have a brand depending upon what they're good at. And that's how you can become successful.
Absolutely. In that 47 years, he saw everything around him, and then how he was up and down.
Oh, yes.
And you helped him in every single second in that 47
Well, I wouldn't say every
years.
single second, yeah, but I was there when he needed me, right, most of the time. And yes, I was one of the people that was willing to spend my time and effort in improving him as a person or doing what he was doing, which was great. But you know, that's what friends do and what associates do.
And what was the turning point in your own life to being a brand? How are you seeing yourself as a brand?
How do I see myself as a brand? Yeah, well, basically my brand was that I was a lawyer, which was that's not my brand. My brand was that I understood business aspects of what the people were doing, and my brand was that my word could be trusted. And that if I said something, yeah, you could take it to the bank. Dealing with other lawyers or other people at that point, if I said something, I would say it and know my client would fulfill it. So I never said something that I couldn't control. So if I said we could do this, then I could know, yes, I knew that I could do it, or get my client to do it. So dealing with other lawyers or other people who say, yeah, you'd like to deal because he can be trusted. So if he says something, it's going to happen. And that became my brand. So my reputation, even dealing with characters or people that were unusual or maybe scrupulous or unscrupulous, I still had the brand at that point because it didn't come to me. You can trust George, you may not be able to trust his client. And therefore, I always kept that as being separate. So I represented some people, and a lot of people in real estate at that point, or multi-millionaires, their reputation is not spotless. That's how they didn't get to being multi-millionaires, but being nice people all the time. But it never rubbed off on me because I wasn't the one that would do it. I wouldn't sponsor it and say, okay, you got a problem, take it up with my client. So trustworthiness was my brand.
And also I know you are involved in several charities. How important is in your life to giving back to the community?
Well, that's a personal situation, yes. and to me it's very important because I do feel that if you have achieved a certain stature, that we have money free money or you have free time to, you've developed some expertise somewhere to use that expertise to making the world a better place. And most of the time, for me, it's involved with charity, but it's also involved in giving whatever we have to give. It may not be money to make the world a better place. So to me, it's important because it gives you a good feeling in doing. And let's face it, we're all going to be here for a period of time, a short period of time, and make the most of it. And I like to think that the world was a little better place because of things I did.
And also in life, I respect only three things, and I think they are the most important thing in life: is time, attention, and your loyalty. And I'm glad you shared your time with me.
That's
so
good.
thank you very much, George.
You're welcome.
Thanks
Good.
for everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for everything. It's a good point. And take good pictures.
Thank you very much.